Any visitor to Chiang Mai will enjoy the old city, the Sunday market, the temples in the old city, and of course the temples on the outskirts. But the one place that all visitors want to go to is Doisuthep. Doisuthep is actually the mountain on which the temple is built, and it's built part way up the mountain near the top, but not at the very top. The temple is actually called Wat Phra That Doisuthep. It's about 9 miles from the city centre. And when you get up there, you arrive at what is in effect a kind of tourist village, lots of stalls selling every kind of tourist trinket and item that you can think of. And the terminus for the various buses that run up there, you're faced with just over 300 steps that will take you up to the pagoda on the top. So you climb up there with some effort in the heat, and when you get there, find your way through to the gateway, and as you make your way through the gateway, you immediately face a gold-plated chedi, which is the most holy part of the temple. It's a lot of steps on a hot day. The chedi is ringed and goes up to a point with a spire, and above that there's a kind of umbrella that's also tiered, which apparently is influenced by Burmese architecture, though the whole thing is reputed to have been greatly influenced by the art of one of Thailand's great historical centres, Sukhothai. Compared to the other temples that I visited, this one's quite compact, but then it is on a plateau on a mountain. The layout is extraordinary. It's really beautiful. It's clearly very planned, and it's focused on the chedi and also on the main vihan, which is the prayer hall, and it's absolutely beautiful. The vihan is designed in such a way that it kind of tapers, and on the inside the columns taper as well. Even the windows have got a tapered look to them. So the overall effect of the hall and the chedi is of rising up to heaven. So it's a place that feels very spiritual. The fact that it's very well ordered in its design adds to that, because there's a row of temple bells, and you're supposed to walk along ringing each of them in order to bring yourself blessings. At the far side of the temple there's a parapet that looks down into the plain below, and there you can see Chiang Mai airport and the planes arriving and taking off like toys. They're so small. Then beyond that you can see the sprawl of the city itself. So standing there looking down across the treetops, out across the plain, and then turn round and look back at this incredibly beautiful temple, you are struck by its spirituality, possibly more than in the other two that I visited. In the first temple that I reported on, there was a feeling of majesty. You could tell there was a link to royalty. The second one Well, that was very much a place of grandeur, and Doisuthep is a place of spirituality. One of the things I was struck by the first time I went there 20 years ago, I've been a couple of times since, it was a place where I felt a sense of belonging and of tremendous quietness and stillness. And in fact, the only other place I felt that was on a trip to Cambodia, where I felt it even more, visiting Angkor Wat. So like every other tourist, I went to Doisuthep. And what I found in Doisuthep was something that touched the heart and the soul.